Knoxville's love affair with speed is well over a century long. Since the Marion County Fairgrounds was built, it's been home to racing, from its humble beginnings with horse races to becoming the sprint car capital of the world. Knoxville hosted its first auto race in 1901 and held more races starting in 1917. World War II put racing on hold in Knoxville, but it quickly returned with hot rods, midgets, and stock cars in the early 1950s. What happened next laid the groundwork for the mecca of dirt track racing. In 1954, after lights and banked turns were added, Knoxville began weekly racing, a legacy that continues to today. In 1956, Marion Robinson took over as Knoxville Raceway promoter. Under his watch, drivers moved quickly from stock cars to modifieds, super modifieds, and eventually sprint cars as they searched for the fastest way around the Knoxville half mile. While the cars were stripped down to the bare essentials, the crowds grew, from seating an estimated 2,000 in 1954 to the current capacity of roughly 24,000. Robinson also dreamed up and created the Knoxville Nationals in 1961, originally called the first annual Super Modified National Championship. That legacy would grow into the premier event it is today. In 1974, P. Ray Grimes replaced Robinson as race promoter. Grimes had a significant impact on the Knoxville Nationals by adding a fourth day of racing, making it more than just a race. Now it was a gathering of the racing community. In 1977, Ralph Capitani was hired as race director, and he quickly sanctioned the World of Outlaws. Under his watch, weekly racing and the Knoxville Nationals grew into long-standing traditions that families continue to pass down from generation to generation. Legends like Pleasantville plumber Earl Wagner and all-time race wins record holder Danny Lasowski have entertained generations of race fans from all across the world through over 60 years of continuous weekly dirt track racing. That's 6 decades that have seen race fans grow up at the dirt track and pass the racing fever down. The roar of the engine, the mesmerizing speed sliding through the turns, the shocking crashes, and the photo finishes captivate the imagination of race fans every weekend, while the legacy of over 60 years of champions inspires a new generation of drivers, with stories still to be written at the sprint car capital of the world. Knoxville Raceway, fueled by speed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Real Racing Online. We still got a minute worth of warm-up to go. And welcome to the Dynamic Power UMP Modifieds Just Sending here in Knoxville Raceway, Knoxville, USA.
Yeah, no, I'm not number 54. Oh, that ain't nice. I know.
Kevin Bloom, Brent Pryor, Randy Crowder, Jerry Bailey, James Reed, Skip Tuttle, Sam Davis, Jacob Hilburn, Ryan Hubert, Matthew Bell, to name a few, Bobby Sandy, and Nick O'Neill. Those are the ones in here so far. We're about to hit qualifying here in just a little bit. Remember, you're watching Real Racing Online. I'm not sure what's going on with the stream exactly. Looks like I have a little bit of internet problems going on. Not exactly sure what's up with that. Gonna have to check that out real quick. I don't usually have any issues. But we're gonna look at it real quick. Well, it says we're live. Not sure exactly what's going on with the internet, but hopefully we can get that rectified. I'm not sure exactly what's going on back there. And do a fresh reset before tonight. I was talking to everybody on TeamSpeak, so we'll see what happens. We got heat races tonight, just like Monday night, for your viewing excitement. I feel like I got something running that I shouldn't have running. I don't know. Admins on the track, Jerry Bailey, Justin Velos, and Kevin the Wildman Bloom. I'm Michael Woolley, your announcer for the night. Yeah, I'm not sure why that, we keep going into the red on the broadcast, and I'm not too confident on what the situation is. Hopefully I don't have to have MediaCom back out here. God.
Can someone clear my black flag?
Good Lord. Qualifying going on right now. One of 3 laps. They got to complete 3 laps around the track for qualifying. And then right into it, ladies and gentlemen, right into the racing. You're watching MW Productions, Real Racing Online, live.
I like those top 3
on YouTube.
Yeah, I felt slow, but it was okay. Yeah, it was definitely slicker than it was when we went out to practice. Hey, did someone show that 7-year-old a black flag?
Only a minute 16 left, and we're going to see exactly what our lineup's going to be tonight. I'm guessing Brent Pryor's going to be up in there. Bring up the ticker here for you. Brent Pryor, Kevin Bloom, Sam Davis. Those are your top three. And
Have we found out the feature length yet?
Something like that.
No, it ain't posted yet.
Quite a few drivers in here tonight.
Though you go from your heat race right to the grid for the feature, so you can't go into the race and check your fuel and come back out. It's 30 laps, Brent. I just looked it up. Oh, okay, so the same thing we ran in practice today. Yeah.
I'm not sure why I'm still hearing their voices. I've even changed the channel.
There's going to be cautions?
I shouldn't be hearing them, but I am.
Yeah, there's cautions there, man.
That's a little concerning as well.
Well, I'm going to go a little heavy this time.
A little bizarre.
What do you mean?
Weather tonight. Track configuration is a dirt oval, but you already knew that. It's about a half-mile in diameter.
I'll start below 2%.
4 turns, track elevations 922 feet, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Knoxville, USA, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Brent Pryor starting on that inside. Outside of him,
guys that are on the pole.
Gonna be the 32 of Sam Davis. Inside the second row is gonna be the 77 of Jacob Hilburn, and outside of him, the number 96 of Randy Crowder. Bringing up that third row, the inside, gonna be the number 41 of Matthew Belton, to his outside, the number 83 of Skip Tuttle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an 8-lap shootout to see where they start tonight in the feature. Brent Pryor going to lead us to the green flag for our first heat race of the night. 2 heat races total.
All right. We got 8 laps. Let's just get them in. Sounds good to me.
These guys just jibber-jabbering away. I don't know why I heard him. I did change the driver channel. I shouldn't be hearing him. I still am. Don't know. But we're going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. We're going to just send it. You're watching Just Send It from Knoxville, USA, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are doubled up and ready to rock. Sam Davis going to start outside the first row there. Second place.
They don't get DQ'd.
And he's going to be right next, that number 50, Brent Pryor. Brent Pryor proving to be badass fast here at pretty much every track that we go to. Pace cars off. And ladies and gentlemen, we are green flag racing! Sam Davis getting a little bump from the 77, getting out of control there. They're getting all bunched up in the back there. Brent Pryor, still your race leader. Still trouble on the front stretch. Now the 83 goes around. 83 of Skip Tuttle. Racing still resumes on the track. Sam Davis now back to third place. Second place, Jacob Hilburn. And then number 77 working his way up on the 50 of Brent Pryor. Here's a look right now at Jacob Hilburn. About 0.6 a second off of the leader right now with an I rating of 1565 and a C-Class rating of 2.98. Sam Davis right now with an I rating of 16.63 and a D-Class license of 4.40. About 2.3 seconds off, and here comes the inside. That's Crowder in the number 96 machine. Trying to make a move on, slamming Sammy Davis. Brent Pryor still working that mid to high line. But he's got that 77 creeping up ever slowly. Jacob Hilburn, I don't know if Brent Pryor's starting to sweat yet or not. Hilburn might have something for him. They still got 2 laps left right now. Hilburn now looking to get a shot down on the inside to get them side by side. And they are! Hilburn doing everything he can with that 77 machine. Lap 7 of 8 right now. And here comes the white flag lap, ladies and gentlemen. Brent Pryor still your race leader. Now working to the outside here, going up against the wall, gets a little bit into the wall. Gonna try to make that run down on the inside. Now they're side by side again. Coming to the checkered flag. Winner's gonna be Brent Pryor, though, just by a hair. Sam Davis is gonna end up 4th place. 5th is gonna be Matthew Belt. 6th, Skip Tuttle.
That was a good show, guys.
That was an awesome show for the first heat race here. And we're getting ready to move on to the second heat race now. And looky, looky, looky. Kevin Bloom starting on that inside pole. Outside of him, let's get a little closer here. Outside of him, the number 8 machine of James Reed. Inside row number 2, going to be the 88 of Jerry Bailey. And outside of him, I have no clue because they have not shown up yet. Nobody on the outside of row 2 yet, and that looks like they're getting ready to start, so somebody definitely missed a start. Back there in the 73, though.
Is there
he's
any
gonna be taking that 4th spot.
watching? If I just start on the outside here, since we're 3 rows deep on the inside.
Andy R. Jones is going to start on the outside of row 2.
Is there an admin just watching over? Since we're 3 rows deep on the inside. He's live with it.
We're going to run back to Kevin Blue. Getting ready to start this thing off. The pace truck's going to take him around one more time and then duck off into the pits. And then we'll be back green flag racing. Remember, you're watching the Dynamic Power Racing Technology UMP Modifieds. Just send it. Knoxville Raceway, Knoxville, USA, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Bloom currently with an I rating of 1470. License A434. And the pace truck getting ready to duck off now. Getting an up-close shot of the number 54. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are green flag racing. Jerry Bailey already getting into the side of the number 8 car of James Reed. Just a little tippy-tap-tap-a-roo as we start off this race. It's a war of attrition, though. We'll see who's faster at the end. Kevin Kevin the Wild Man Bloom in the 54 starting to take off from this group. James Reed, we'll see if he has anything in for him later on. Little loose coming out of 4 right there. Jerry Bailey's sitting pretty in 3rd right now. Back behind him, the 73. Now he's trouble finding this out. Andy R. Jones. Andy Jones in the 73 machine. Keeping up with the pack. Get a little cockpit view with James Reed here as he's following the master. 54, Kevin the Wild Man Bloom right there. Keeping up with him quite nice, taking the mid to high line around this Knoxville Speedway. Kevin right down there against the bottom. Keeping it nice and smooth, making it so he cannot make any headway up to him. Jerry Bailey still fighting off Andy Jones in the 73 machine as they lose ground on our leaders. Andy Jones trying to go for a pass there. Bailey was a little wide. Whoa! Out goes 73. Still catches it though. Good catch by the 73. They are right on each other. 73 right on the back end of Jerry Bailey right now. Nice shot right there of Kevin the Wild Man Bloom, taking it down. Working that number 54 as the 8 comes ever closer. And bringing it to the stripe, going to be the 54 of Kevin the Wild Man Bloom.
Hey, Brent, what did you say for fuel? I think I put in 11. Yeah, I put in 11 and it says that'll get you 60.
And it was Bobby Sandy that didn't show up to the race. All right, your starting lineup right here, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Pryor in the number 50. He's going to start things off for us. Outside of him, Kevin the Wild Man Bloom in the number 54 machine. A little bit of blinking there. 77 is going to start 3rd place. That's Jacob Hilburn. Outside of him, going to be the number 8 machine of James Reed. Inside row number 3, Randy Crowder in the number 96 machine. Skip Tuttle going to bring up the back there. Jerry Bailey in the mix back there. Jerry Bailey starting outside row number 3. Row number 4, you've got Sam Davis on the inside. Outside of him is going to be Andy Jones in the 73. Matthew Belt on the inside of row number 5. And outside of him, the number 83 of Skip Tuttle, ladies and gentlemen. Brent Pryor going to bring it to the stripe. 30 exciting laps here in Knoxville, USA. Remember, you're watching the Dynamic Power UMP Modifieds. Just send it at Knoxville. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the stripe for lap number 1, Brent Pryor, Kevin the Wildman Bloom. Got some bunching up back there in the field there. Jerry Bailey and Andy Jones going at it again. Jacob Hilburn, that's the car to watch right now, I think, as he slips into the front stretch wall. Little bit of a problem. James Reed in the number 8, gonna be behind Kevin Bloom once again, as they start to get stuff a little sorted out here. Randy Crowder currently in 4th position, and the 8's making a move. He's almost up to Kevin Bloom. Kevin Bloom hits the wall, and here goes James Reed with the slide out in front of the 54. Now Kevin Bloom back down on the inside, working that front stretch, gonna dive into turn number 1 and 2. Gonna try to go for the pass around James Reed. Good battle going on here with the 54 and the 8. Brent Pryor skating away just scot-free right now. Looks like James Reed's gonna take advantage. And Randy Crowder not doing too bad either right now. Back there in 5th place. He started 5th, he is 5th. Can't beat that, really. Back to the 77, Jacob Hilburn. I said this would be the car to watch. He was bad fast in that heat race, but now just a little bit more sluggish come feature time, as we crossed into lap 6 of 30. But it looks like he's starting to catch up to the 54 of Kevin Bloom. Sam Davis all the way back in 8th place right now. Had some issues. That stuttering is my issue, evidently. It's either my issue or Sam's issue, I don't know. Andy Jones working the high side, trying to get around Jerry Bailey Jr. Jerry started 6th, he is 6th right now. Looks like Andy Jones is going to go for that pass. Andy Jones, he sticks that sucker up there wide, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry about that, James.
Randy Crowder still trying to creep up on Kevin the Wildman Bloom. Bloom in 4th right now, and like I said, Jacob Hilburn made the pass on Kevin, and now he's going to work on the number 8 of James Reed. But does he have enough time to catch up? I don't know. He did blink out just right there, just for a second. Oh, the 8 slows down, and here comes the 77, taking advantage of the high side. Now the 77 going to work on the 50 of Brent Pryor. Taking a ride with our leader on the gyro cam here. Brent Pryor working around Knoxville, making it look easy. Nice and smooth on the throttle. 74, 75 miles an hour through the mid-turn. And then back on the throttle down the backstretch as we cross in to lap number 12 of 30 with 19 laps left to go. Kevin Bloom now back to 4th. That last few races, he's ran out of gas, actually. Oh, Kevin into the wall a little bit. I heard somebody else crunch into the wall a little bit, too. We're going to try to see if he's making up any time. Jacob Hilburn right now in the 77, he's about 5.5, so 0.5 of a second. Now 0.3 of a second as the 50 of Brent Pryor gets into trouble. 77 Hilburn, he's going to take the inside line. And your new race leader, the 77 of Jacob Hilbert.
I don't know what the hell's up with my steering wheel, but it keeps fucking shutting off.
That was scary. Brent Pryor going straight towards the wall there for a little bit. Here comes the number 8, ladies and gentlemen. James Reed working the inside of Brent Pryor now. The two newcomers up in the front of the pack. And they're 1 and 2. $17 of 30 laps down, 14 left to go. Scratch that. Now we're going down to 13 left to go. This time around, Wildman's got company now. Brent Pryor getting passed by Kevin the Wildman Bloom, and they are neck and neck here at Knoxville International Speedway. Brent Pryor still having troubles in the number 50. Surprising to say the least. Kevin the Wildman Bloom now up to 3rd place. He started 2nd, fell back just a little bit. New guys got it in for him. Jacob Hilbert now, he's got some company. Look out, Jacob, here comes the number 8. James Reed's gonna give him the bump coming out of the turn. And into the wall a little bit. James Reed wants a win. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a battle. James Reed now back to 2nd. Hilburn on the point. Still rocking around this track. We just passed the start-finish line right there. 8 laps left to go. 23 of 30 down. Top 5, Hilburn, Reed, Bloom, Crowder, Pryor. Leader keeps blinking in and out. He's having some connection issues tonight too. Jeez, I thought it was just me. Kevin the Wildman Bloom still holding on to that 3rd place, trying to catch back up to our leaders. Brent Pryor has fallen back to 5th now, having reportedly some wheel issues, maybe shutting off and on him. I don't know, I think James Reed is just holding on for a couple seconds here. I think he's got something for the 77 of Hilburn. But we're going to find out here. 4 laps left to go this time by. Green flag racing all the way so far.